Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Hodge. This news video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, go through SeatGeek. Use my last name, Code Hodge, as your promo code at checkout. You get $20 off of your order. That's for first-time orders only. So if you guys have ordered through SeatGeek before and just make a new account with a new email, you can still use the code. It's Code Hodge for any ticket for any event in the entire world. You get $20 off. All right, let's go and jump into this episode with the first news story of the day. We're going to talk about this crazy ESPN deal. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, WWE have just signed this deal with ESPN. ESPN doesn't really exist anymore. I mean, it does, but like the parent company's like Disney now, so it's pretty much WWE has done a deal with Disney where they're going to pay them so many billions of dollars. Okay, maybe not so many billions of dollars, but it's like a $300 million a year, and it goes on for many years, so they're going to get over the $1 billion mark on this crazy TV deal. And this is literally just for the premium live events. So just for the premium live events, this is not happening until 2026. But next year, all the premium live events will no longer be on Peacock here in the United States. They will be on ESPN Plus. So if you don't subscribe to ESPN Plus, you might have it if you have like a cable subscription. You can like log in with your cable information that includes streaming services like YouTube TV. But if you don't have it, this is a lot more expensive than it was on Peacock. Peacock used to run deals, and I always got Peacock for like $2 a month. But this ESPN service is a whopping $30 a month. If you're not doing the math on that, that's over $300 a year. Over $300 a year just to watch wrestling one time a month, because it's just for the premium live events. I mean, sometimes some months we get 2 premiums, but most times 1 premium live event a month. So it's a lot of money, but hopefully you guys have some other service, because that's just awful. But yeah, I didn't really have a problem with Peacock, but apparently Peacock didn't want to pay them as much as like Disney did to bring it to ESPN Plus. So yeah, basically, hopefully you have cable or some way to get into that. If not, you're paying over $300 a year just to watch the premium live events, which is absolutely crazy. And for me personally, I don't even know if I could get into that. I might have to be paying $300 a year just to watch premium live events, which is just awful. I kind of miss the WWE Network. Like the WWE Network, $9.99. It just stays at $9.99. That'd be fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the confirmed press release kind of thing I want to talk about today. So now let's talk about some unconfirmed things, also called rumors. So take these all with a grain of salt, because they may not be true. So let's go ahead and get into here. We're going to kick this off with the first rumor of the day. The first rumor of the day. We're talking about none other than our brand new, I guess he's a WWE champion now. If you didn't hear, like WWE has dropped the Undisputed Championship kind of name, and now it's just referred to as the WWE Championship. So our current, or new, if you will, WWE champion Cody Rhodes, is about him and his future. So Cody is champion again, which is cool, which is amazing. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. But how do you make his reign entertaining? Because he already had a championship reign. And how do you make it different? Well, one of those ways you can do that in wrestling is by turning him into a bad guy, making him no longer that good, smiley, kissing babies kind of good guy. You turn him into a bad villain of being like, your baby's ugly or something, I don't know, but just an example there. So you turn him into a bad guy. So that was kind of the rumors that were going around for a while, but apparently these rumors obviously turned out to not be true, and they're not true on any means. They have absolutely no plans to turn Cody Rhodes heel. I mean, they need some grit, he needs something different. We need this title reign to be different, so let's switch it up. But apparently the rumors of them turning Cody heel, as we've heard like a million times, yeah, they're all turned out to be not true, and this one, the more recent one, also turned out to be not true. No plans to turn him into a bad guy at all. All right, the next rumor I want to talk about today is about the Brock Lesnar kind of situation. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena kind of match. Okay, so it was kind of confusing. So obviously Brock Lesnar came back at SummerSlam. He came back at SummerSlam. He F5'd John Cena, which would set up a match. So I'm like, oh, so I guess that's what they're doing in Paris. They definitely needed a big matchup for Paris to headline that show. So to be Brock and Cena. But of course, if you didn't watch SmackDown this week, literally last night at the time of this recording, that's not the plan. They kind of went a different direction, and for Paris, it's going to be John Cena versus Logan Paul, which is fine. It's cool. Like, Cena wants to work with younger talent or whatever. That's completely cool. But what about Brock? Like, Brock literally just F5'd him and left. We're just leaving that at that. So obviously, they're pushing it off a little bit. So when this could be, I mean, is up in the air. It's definitely going to be at a larger show, a premium live event, if you will. So there's pretty much only 2 premium live events it could be at, because we only have like 2 premium live events in the entire year left, which is insane. Of course, John Cena's retiring at the end of the year. So it's either going to be at Crown Jewel, which is happening in not Saudi Arabia. Crown Jewel is happening in Australia, or it's going to be a Survivor Series happening here in the United States over in California. So depending on Brock, I mean, Brock's definitely traveled overseas for shows before, but I mean, it would definitely be easier for him to convince him to do just shows in the US or something. But who knows? They definitely needed a very large headline match for that Australia show, for the Crown Jewel show. So it's kind of up in the air. It could literally go either way. My only argument is Survivor Series. I would imagine Cena would be in the traditional 5-on-5 kind of thing as like a captain for his own team or something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll go a different direction and have like Roman and Rollins or something, or Punk and Rollins going for the traditional match. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It could go either way, really, but I really don't know. Maybe in the Brock's new contract, he's just going to work in the US. I really don't know. It's really up in the air. They need a headliner for Australia, so who freaking knows? I really don't know what to think, but all I know for sure is it's going to be one of those two shows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and this is it. This is the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I'm going to be talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. This is about none other than WrestleMania. This is about WrestleMania not next year. This is about WrestleMania in 2 years. I can't believe we're talking about this, but I mean, 2026 is approaching, guys. Mania is in the first half of 2026, so of course that's happening in Las Vegas. We know that they moved the location from New Orleans, and then didn't even give them another Mania. They said, you guys can have Money in the Bank, and we'll have a future WrestleMania here. We just don't know when. So that leaves it up. But where is the other WrestleMania going to be? Like, where is WrestleMania in 2027 going to be? Apparently not there either. This rumor is saying that it might actually be in Saudi Arabia. And I know people don't like hearing that because, like, Saudi Arabia, they can have their own, like, custom shows like Crown Jewel, or like before they did one called the Greatest Royal Rumble, or maybe they'll do like that. And that's kind of a rumor going around right now that maybe, just maybe, they're going to have two WrestleManias. They're going to have, so I think the terminology they're using for this one is it's not the greatest WrestleMania. They're not calling it that. They're calling it like a super WrestleMania or something. So you would have the normal WrestleMania somewhere, and then you would have a super WrestleMania another time of the year. I don't know. Or maybe you're just going to have WrestleMania in Saudi. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But all I know is they definitely want this happening. And we have rumors about a match, so don't you go anywhere. We have rumors about a match. The headline match for this rumored WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia would feature a headlined match by The Rock. They would want The Rock to wrestle in the main thing. And of course, Saudi Arabia has a lot of power. They're paying WWE a lot of money, and basically they get to kind of say some things they would like to see, and usually they get it if it's reasonable. So basically, yeah, they want to see The Rock wrestle there, and of course, there's been rumors for years, The Rock versus Roman Reigns match. When's it going to be? It might happen in 2027 in Saudi Arabia for the WrestleMania that's happening over there. I don't know. Just take all this all with a grain of salt, but these are kind of the talks they're having right now because they're trying to plan out all their shows in the future and things, so we'll have to wait and see. But I have no idea, but I'm excited to find out. So there you guys have it. That's going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm your king of vlog style, Brandon Hodge, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.